the next match between PTF Sherdils and we've got Knightriders.
The streams are getting a good number of views. That's a good thing.
Right, so we've got PTF
Could you
Sher
just share the link here?
in his
Send in the DC general chat.
F14 B
I
Tomcat,
already see the aircraft crashed.
and I think he's carrying 4
In the
Phoenixes,
DCS general, I've sent the link.
whereas PTF Worry, he's carrying 4 AIM-120 Charlies and 3 fuel tanks. And the Sherdil team is rolling out for taxi. These are the AVACs for both teams. Blue team is rearming, I think. So we'll come back to them once we know what their loadout is. In the meantime, the general idea is same. Both teams are at about 157 nautical miles from each other. We've got the bullseye in the mid, and it has about a total distance of, I think, 90 nautical miles, the whole engagement zone. So once both or one of the teams are within the bullseye or the engagement zones, they'll get a notification, and after which they have to stay within the zone or shoot down the other team. And it will be interesting to see what does PTF do. Let me grab one of their guys, F-16s. I think the general idea is going to be use the F-14B for long range shots, and use the F-16 to
Ghost
push
लिंक
in.
भेज दिया आपने शेख साहब को?
Yes, I have shared it with him, and you can ask Genesis as well. He's sharing the links.
Genesis Aces of Sky 2021 text channel में डाल दे kindly ऊपर.
I don't have permissions to write in that channel.
अच्छा मुझे जरा भेज दो, मैं भेज दूँ.
भेज दिया.
Right, so as
यार ये कौन आया, इसको किक करो भाई.
यार हम जहाज में बैठा होगा किसी.
right, I'll shift to another channel so there are no interruptions going on. So we'll come back to Knightriders. This is Viper 1. Let me edit the channel as well. So right, so Team Knightriders is both F-16s. This is Viper 1 carrying 4 AIM-120C and 3 fuel tanks. This is his wingman, Ali from Knightriders, carrying 3 fuel tanks, 2 AIM-120 Charlies, and those I believe are 9Xs on the inner pylons. So 2 Vipers versus Viper and an F-14B Tomcat. Let's see how this goes. And as I was talking earlier, the idea from what I can think of is the F-14 is going to go in high, go in fast. It will be in front, firing its Phoenixes from much longer ranges, which will be something like close to 60 nautical miles or 55 nautical miles away. He'll keep the other team defensive while the Viper, piloted by Ghori, pushes in and he takes down both of them. The actual idea for the other team should be to assume that there is going to be an early launch from the Tomcat, and once that is done, they need to go defensive early. getting closer or getting greedy in order to shoot down one of the red team planes. You need to get in much closer, and that will risk the Phoenix to hit you. I think there are some problems going on with the blue team. So, anyways, Team PTF Sherdils versus Knightriders. We are waiting for the blue team to line up, and I'll keep my eye on Sheikh in his F14, and I think this is the Grim Reaper's one livery. I'm not sure, but it does look nice. The skull on the tail and the whole black and silver color scheme is quite nice. Blue team is having some technical difficulties, so we're waiting up for them. Red team is all ready. Red team is all ready.
Ghost, can you hear me?
Send for Ghost.
क्या हाल है भाई सेट हो
Yep, we are live on YouTube as well.
Assalamualaikum guys, this is 13 from Thundering Vipers. I will be refereeing this match between Knightriders and PTF Sherdil. This team consists of two of the most expert pilots from PTF, that is Waqar Sheikh and Ghori, and on the other side we have Ali Seth and Viper One. Well, the unique thing about the PTF team is that they are flying the F-16 Fighting Falcon and the F-14 Tomcat, while on the other hand the Knightriders are flying the F-16 Fighting Falcons. We are having this little internet issues today here in Pakistan, so there's a small delay, but inshallah ta'ala we'll cover that up in the flight.
Well, it's an interesting analysis from U13 that Sheikh and Ghori are like the two most best pilots of PTF. I thought that was Falcon and Ali. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
Well, I would say since one of our pilots shot down their Top Gun, that is Scorpion, so the term of a Top Gun or a top pilot, I think it's very relative or subjective, if you would say.
Yeah, that is true. Even though one of the guys from Thundering Vipers was more skillful for a little bit, and he was able to take down one of the PTF guys. Let's not discuss this thing too much. Both teams are ready, so if you can give them a go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop down and get them a verbal go ahead.
Right, so that was 13. He was the host as well for the opening ceremony, and he is refereeing this match. And I think both teams are ready now, and they've been given a go ahead for takeoff. So let's see. We'll grab Sheikh, and there he goes. And I'll just get a little bit of sound going to listen to those engines.
And so with that, the both of the teams are airborne. The blue side is flying two F-16s, and they're taking off from Krimsk, and the other team consisting of Sheikh and Ghori, they're taking off from Gudata. Interesting loadout selection goes from Knightriders carrying two AMRAMs and two Sidewinders each. What do you think about that?
Yep, I think they are planning to get in closer to the PTF team. But for now, I don't think they have an idea that there is an F14 coming in ahead. If they do get in close within visual ranges, those 9Xs are going to be deadly.
Yeah, but I just missed one thing. One of their aircrafts, they're carrying 4 AMRAAM, while the other one is carrying 2 AMRAAMs and 2 9Xs.
Yep.
So sort of a balance.
Yep. But then again, the Phoenixes are going to completely outrange the Vipers, and I think the basic strategy for PTF is going to be that keeping the other team defensive with the Phoenixes while the Viper pushes in and takes them down.
Yeah, that's understood. But I think the Knightriders, they shouldn't be, completely taken out of the equation. If they go with a completely defensive air combat maneuver, I think they can.
A little bit of breakdown from 13. But I think if the Knightriders are well experienced about this game or the simulator itself, they should be able to defeat the Phoenixes and get into quite good ranges.
I hope you guys can hear me now.
Yep, you're fine now.
This internet connection issues tonight here in Pakistan, so that is going to be theme of tonight. So Viper 1 and Knightrider showcasing a 18 nautical miles separation for some reason. They're going with a trail ACM.
Yep, it seems so. Something similar which we've already seen yesterday between the match with the Thunders and the Vipers. A trail plane staying back. I think the idea would be for Viper 1 in his F-16 to take the initial hits or the initial missiles from the red team, while the second trailing plane moves in and tries to engage them.
Yeah, I think they're trying to keep Knightrider safe, a little far behind because he doesn't have 4 AMRAAMs as compared to Viper who has all 4 AMRAAMs. I think Viper 1 may go bonsai, try to be a suicidal element here so that at least some of their missiles are wasted and Knightrider can go in.
Yep. And I also think that Knightriders should be going in a full burner if he's carrying 3 fuel tanks, which he's not, and he's just leveled off at 20,000. Maybe he's going to gain speed and then pull off.
I think he is gaining altitude, but he's just gaining it very slowly. I see a 10-degree pitch up on Knightrider now.
Yeah, but comparing him to Viper 1 is fast and he is high as well.
Yeah, I think why is Sheikh is slow? Is 500 knots at 40,000 should be. I think Ghost being the more experienced Tomcat pilot than me. Ghost, could you explain to us what are the speeds on the Tomcat at 40,000?
Right, Tomcat is gaining speeds now. He's just dropped his fuel tanks as well, as you can see. So they are about 85 nautical miles, or sorry, 70 nautical miles away. Yep. So the Viper on the red side, Gauri, he is gaining speed. He's faster than the Tomcat. But let's see.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of
13 got some
trail, and that's a little too much because that trail cannot be, eliminated very quickly. It's going to take a lot of time for Knightrider to get back in the game if it needed.
Yep, so that's the disadvantage. But here we've got Sheikh in his F14. I think Sheikh will be launching very soon, and Gauri is going much higher. I think he's above 40,000. And yeah, there's the first Phoenix, 40, guys. There's the first Phoenix fired up from Sheikh.
48 nautical miles, around about 50.
48 nautical miles to 50 nautical miles away. And he's supporting his missile as well.
Yeah, he's supporting his missile. He's not going cold immediately.
I don't think he need to. I can guess over here. He's gone in an STT lock, and he is giving a lot more of his radar input to that single missile. So we've got
So
a
another
missile
aim
launch.
120 from Viper.
Yep, we've got Gori firing in as well.
Right, hope, yep, Viper 1's dropping his nose, is going into a notch position. I think is getting that missile tone, that track tone from STT. Alright, he's Mark 1 plus right now, Mark 1.6 while in the dive. The first Phoenix is trashed.
Yep, the Phoenix
First,
has lost, and so is the
Abram, I
M120.
Yeah, but I think this is a good shot by Viper. It's tracking Ori, I think.
Yes, it is. Gori needs to. Well, he is defensive already, but the missile is coming a bit fast. I think he'll be able to
He's
defeat
easily
it.
defeated. Yeah, he has a
Right.
much
So
higher.
the whole idea of recommitting is going on, and we've got Knightrider way behind.
Yeah, it's too far behind. I think he has accelerated now.
He is
Is he trying to
fast.
catch up?
Knightrider is fast. I would have dropped the center fuel line tank for now. He's not high, so he's burning way too much fuel in his burner.
Yeah, he's. I think he's. Oh, he's dropping his altitude. I think that's not something out of the textbook of
Right. So Sheikh
trail.
is recommitting in his F14.
Yeah, I think it's a kill shot here at 30 miles if Sheikh can get his nose around.
Getting the nose around is not the problem. It's gesture. He won't like lock very well unless you are really good with the F14.
Yeah, but I think the hours that Sheikh has in his F14, I think he will be very cognizant with that fact and might have catered for it. Or we finally see Knight Rider coming in to the occasion, flying Mark 1.4, 1.6 at
But you
14,000.
see that they both are going for Knightrider, and Viper 1 is somewhere on the sea and they're not tracking him.
Viper 1 does have an opening here, but I think he's not captivating on that.
Exactly, he's got 4 aim rams, aim 120s. He's used 1, he's still got 3. Sheikh is fast, he's quite fast, and I think there's going to be a Fox 3 very soon.
Oh my god, I think we might have a crash. No. That's a good thing that the high tension wires here in DCS are not modeled, otherwise he would have crashed very badly.
Okay, they are both quite close, haven't engaged. Okay, there is a missile launch from Knightrider.
But I think it's going for Gori while it should have been going for Sheikh, considering that he was 12 nautical miles.
And Knightrider still has his fuel tanks on, so he's tracking
Very-
Sheikh as well, it seems. I can see Sheikh on his nose.
Alright,
Sheikh
the
is
M
pushing towards the
is-
left side.
I think Sheikh has pushed too much. I
Oh,
think,
okay,
losing
so
his.
I think
Alright,
that
it's
was a
gonna be a-
misfire. Sheikh is in
We-
problem, I would say. Sheikh is in a serious problem. Sheikh has fired as well. His Phoenix is going. And Sheikh is down, guys.
Killed by
Sheikh
that.
is down.
And if Viper 1 can defeat that Phoenix, I think that would probably.
And Sheikh is going down, guys. And looks like he might be able to get the Viper 1. Ooh! Oh!
Yeah,
It was a desync, I think, and yep, Viper 1 is down. Viper 1 is gone, and so is Knightrider.
This match, Gori getting 1 kill, Sheikh getting 1 kill.
Okay, that
And,
ended way too
Knightrider is
quickly
getting 1
for
kill.
both sides, I would say. And Gori is all safe and defensive. And the match goes to PTF Sherdils. Well, I'm not sure what to say. I was expecting a much better performance from PTF Sherdils, and I think the same was for lots
Alright,
more players
Ghost,
as well.
if you could give me a minute so I can update the scores online.
Yep, sure. Tell the both teams to respawn and rearm.
I'm just gonna pop down and
Right, so a close win, I would say. Sheikh getting in very close, I think under 10 nautical miles or something, and shooting his Phoenix within the Mar. Gauri was a bit behind, and he used his M120 to take out Knightrider Ali.
Ghost, could you remind me? I think both Sheikh and
Yep,
what's the other guys?
they both got one kill.
Okay, the team name is Gauri Sherdil. Okay, and I think who? I think for someone from the blue side also got a kill.
Yep, it was Ali Knightrider. He got Sheikh.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just update this very quickly.
I kind of think that the blue team had a good chance. Ali fired 2 of his missiles. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. You're breaking up, 13.
How's the comms?
Yeah, they're better.
Okay, so I think Ali just got one kill, right?
Yes.
Need to find their team. Ali said 1-0. Alright, the score is first team got beat. Cup. Interesting matchup, Ghost. I think it could have gone anyway. Like it could have gone either way.
Yep, I think Ali on Knightriders is a bit new as compared to Viper 1. And if he had played better in the sense that he had dropped his tanks, he had stayed behind the mountains, I think they would have a better chance.
Critical mistake of overextending into the blue line, and he could have gotten shot down if there wasn't a misfire from I think it was Knightrider who fired 9x and an M120.
Yep, it was Ali Knightrider. Yep.
If he could have gotten that 9x off much quicker, I think they would have won easily, because Sheikh would not have had the ability to fire at Viper at that time.
Yep, because it was right when Ali fired up at Sheikh, we saw Sheikh firing his Phoenix towards Viper 1. So if he was a bit early and he had fired at Sheikh, Sheikh would have gone defensive most probably, and Viper 1 would have lived as well. So it would have turned into a 2v1 situation.
Yeah, like the saying goes, it's the seconds that matter, and when we're talking about ACM in DCS specifically, it's the milliseconds that count. That mistake of firing 2 missiles, that cost them the round.
But it was a close one. I'm not sure if it went as PTF Sherdils were thinking of. Sheikh, I would say, was a bait for some time, and they got it.
Yeah, but interesting the strategy from Knightriders. They weren't as aggressive as they should have been.
True. I mean,
Ali needs
to drop his tanks early, so he can be more maneuverable, and he needs to get in there to support Viper 1.
Exactly. I think we might be having some internet connection issues. I'm just gonna pop down and ask them if they're alright.
Sure. So PTF 1, Knightriders 0. Let's see how the second round goes. I do kind of see the potential in the blue team of winning this round. If Ali is a bit more aggressive, he gets a good altitude as well. because PTF team did went for a single guy while the other one was unchecked for a little bit longer, and they fired way too early, blue team. So let's see how this round goes, if they change anything or they say the same. Let me grab the F14. Where it is? Ah, there it is. There's the F14. And it's one of my favorite planes as well, even though I don't know much about its avionics or how to fly it. I love firing those phoenixes at long ranges, uh, completely outranging the enemy and then running away as quickly as I can. I've done it many times and I'm kind of proud of it, running away from the fights. And we've got a number of people sitting in our chat as well, who can concur on this. They do know that when it came down to visual range fights, they'll find me going in the other direction or going completely vertical, using the power of those two engines that the F14 Tomcat has. And all I can see is them back in my contrail, trying to catch up to me and then stalling, while me just running away. Not proud of it, but it is what it is. Right, so both teams are set up and ready, and we are going for round number 2. Let's see how this goes. Right, both teams are ready.
I think they are. They haven't messaged ready yet. I think they're doing something on the
Knightriders has.
Have they messaged ready?
Knightrider has.
I haven't seen that message. My mistake.
I think that PTF team is going to refuel now.
Yeah, I think they are. They might.
So we are waiting for a go ahead from PTF, if they are ready or not, and once they are, we'll start. So we are waiting for a go. Maybe PTF is coming up with a new strategy.
So PTF is refueling, and they're having some communication issues on Discord because of the internet connectivity, and they're switching over to an alternate TeamSpeak.
All right.
Yeah, so we're just gonna give them a minute or two so they can sort their problems. Alright, so interesting strategy change up Ghost by Knightriders. Now they're carrying 4 AMRAMs, all 2 of them.
Yep, if they are able to utilize it, that is. And we've got ready from both teams, so you can give them a go ahead.
Yep, there's the go ahead. Very interesting livery by Sheikh. If you could, Ghost, if you could zoom in there. The skull and bones with a very, I would say, nice weddings on the tail. See the first aircraft taking off, that is the F-14 from Gudata. And the second aircraft from Viper 1 from Krimsk, that is. So Ghost, as a match commentator, who would you put your money on for the second round? And do you have any predictions for this round?
I think it's going to go same as before, with PTF winning.
Yeah, I think PTF might lose this round because I am seeing a little more aggressive and close maneuvering by both Knightriders now, I think. And
Well,
if they
let's
can
see
get,
how it goes.
yeah,
4 AMRAMs for Viper 1 and Gauri as
both,
well, 4 AMRAMs, and Knight Rider Ali as well.
yeah, Gauri and Sheikh going, they're going pincer immediately. Sheikh flying left heading off 2986, that is towards the sea. While Gauri is going towards the mountains, that is somewhere up north.
Let's see if they bait the other team again, or if the other team is at least flying closer. 30 nautical
Yeah,
mile
they are.
difference, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, not in this sort of matchup with an F14.
But on the other side, if you look at yesterday's matches between, I think, the Samurais and the Thunders, Thunders did the same thing.
But I think they almost paid for their mistake. Blaze, aka Saad, could not recommit, almost could not recommit in time. And Mr. Adil, aka Nito, he almost paid with his life because
Yep.
the other aircraft sniper, he came in close with the guns and he was almost on his tail. And that was very lucky for the Rolling Thunders that Snipper, they actually ran, he actually ran out of fuel and had to eject.
Yep.
Otherwise,
And Blaze
he
firing
could have shot
his
them.
SD-10 much earlier was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a greater mistake.
Also, if you look at the map right now, Knight Riders are flying much closer and better, I would say.
Yeah, and if you would see the PTF team, they're showcasing. I think they are going pincer, and right now the separation is 8 miles in parallel. But I think they will go much farther. Like I'm thinking of like 10 or 12 miles. It's 10 miles at the moment.
I think 10 mile separation is fine.
Yeah, 10 mile separation is good, but then again, it depends on the ranges and the distances that you're firing at.
Can you tell me the
Specifically, they are
distance between both teams right now?
the distance between both teams right now is 110, 108 nautical.
Alright, so I assume we'll see early launch from Sheikh again at about 50 nautical miles away.
Could you repeat your last coast? I think they're 100 miles away from now.
I think we'll see an long range shot again from Sheikh.
Yeah, I think so. But it's gonna be somewhere around the bullseye. About in 30 or some seconds, we should be able to see a first launch.
Gauri is high.
That's what she said. But Rory is slow as well, but he's not that fast, if I would say. Is Mark
No,
1.
right, so Sheikh has dropped his tanks, he's gaining speed. I think we'll see Phoenix launching very soon. He's at 40,000, almost 40,000. Well, he's at 39,000 right now.
More Tomcat Ghost, I think you're an adept pilot in the F14. What are the ranges of the Phoenix while they're
Almost
flying it?
60 nautical miles you can fire, but again, that is if the other plane is coming in hot.
Alright, so I think there's 66 nautical miles. I think we should be able to see a launch in.
If he
More or less
fires,
10 or 12
he's
seconds.
right now Sheikh is gaining speed, and he has come down a little bit. So let's see.
Yeah, he's diving a little bit. It's -3 pitch angle on Sheikh. I think he's gonna go down to 35,000 gain.
I think he's gaining his speed while coming down. Then he'll just level off, and there's the first Phoenix. What's the range?
Yeah, that's the range right now is 50 miles.
Right,
And
second Phoenix in the air. So most probably TWS mode. He has fired on both of them. Let's
yeah,
see if the Phoenix
the
is
Amram
will
is
crack or
regulating
not.
to Mark 4, Mark 5 right now. Still accelerating 2,500 knots. It's going high. It's
And
going
we
into the
have
thin
a
air.
launch from Viper 1 as well.
I'm seeing Losing cues from Knightriders. They're not going defensive properly.
Yeah, you see, this is what I'm talking about. When you're fighting against an F-14, you need to keep in mind that at 50 nautical miles, there is probably a Phoenix coming towards you.
Yeah, and, it's going straight for the Phoenix for Viper. It's losing altitude. It's losing speed. It might be trashed in a little while. I think it is. But the second missile, it's coming in hot. It's like Mark
Right,
1 point.
so Knight Rider Ali has fired as well.
Yeah.
But
The range.
he's not dropping, and there is a Phoenix coming in, and the
Yep, I
Phoenix
think
is
he will.
tracking. Yep, I think he's going to get hit. There he is. He's down.
That's
Gone. Yep, that's a splash.
You put your money in the right place, Ghost. I'm gonna have to pay up.
Now it's a little bit about Gori. This is where the game is going
Yeah,
to
if
be.
we can, Rory can recommit quickly. It's 40 miles. Separation, 10,000. I think it's any man's game right now. If Viper could get off a shot on Sheikh and keep him defensive while he can deal with Rory, I think that would be brilliant.
Yeah, but look at it this way as well. Right now, Viper is trying to chase down an F-14, and Gori is completely unchecked. So Gori is going to push in. Okay, never mind. Viper is going for Gori. So probably Sheikh is going to turn into him, and there is a launch from Gori. Yep, I think this missile is going to make Viper 1 defensive, and Sheikh will come in with a kill shot.
Yeah, I think very clear losing cues for.
Yep, you see, if you see the map right now, the F-14 is completely unchecked and he's coming in fast. Gori has fired his second missile as well. And Gori is notching well. Viper 1 responds with an AIM 120 of him as well.
We should have seen a launch from Sheikh right about now, but I think he's keeping his missiles close to his chest.
This is a little bit of a problem with the F-14. The gesture he won't, the AI wingman won't track very well. Okay, Viper 1 is turning back into the missile. He needs to drop his tanks as well. This will be a close miss.
This will be a
he's
close.
dropped his tanks. Okay, Sheikh does not know where he is.
I think that's is made a critical mistake here. Sheikh has.
Yeah, this is where the data link comes into play. I think Viper 1 is going to fire on the F-14. He is quite close.
If he's able to see him in time, and
I think with the data link, he should be able to.
Alright, so launch from Gori. The Viper is sandwiched between Sheikh and Gori right now.
Yeah, but that is a long missile launch.
Yeah, it's almost about 15 nautical miles.
I think Viper does not know where the F-14 is. Yep, he does not know. He turns the other way around.
I think that's because of the missile going pitbull. I think it's 5 nautical miles
Again,
right now.
even if it had, he could have just turned towards Sheikh's plane. And Gori fired another
this
one.
last missile, the Gori is Winchester and he can easily kill Gori now.
Yeah, but Viper 1
and
is
that
defensive.
Missile is dashed.
Yep, he's defeated because they're low, right? So it's not a high shot, so the missiles are pretty much done.
It's all about Sheikh right now. He has 3 Phoenixes. My mistake, 2 Phoenixes.
I think Viper 1 is very far away from the battle zone. He'll lose.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep, he is. No, I think he's safe. He's safe. 45 nautical miles on each side, Ghost. Is that correct?
I think so. That's the zone.
Yeah, so he's 25 from the bullseye. I think if that's the center, then he's completely safe. I am not seeing any.
You see, this is where the data link comes into play. He needs to get back into the fight. And looks like a gun kill coming in.
Oh, Gori is sneaking up on him with a gun. I hope Viper sees that and adjust because
No, I don't
I
think so. I
think
think Viper is going for the F14 who just popped up.
it's a good strategy by PTF if they can manage to shoot him with guns. It's a long range shot, long range shot, almost 2 mile shot with the guns.
No, it won't work.
Only the move.
Is Sheikh turning back towards the Viper or not?
I think he is. Yep. Yeah, he's going, swinging around, but Sheikh might get shot down if he can't turn his plane around quickly. Viper is closing the distance. Is 5 miles.
Viper should be
Ghost
firing his
is
missile by
he
now.
just fired the missile. Ghost, it's still time to place your money in the right place.
Okay, that's a missile coming in. We see it. Sheikh is defending, dropping his flares and chaff. Yep, he'll defeat it. He will easily defeat it.
He only has one missile now, and
Right now it's
that
all
is
down to Sheikh and Ghori. It's a nice sandwich going on. Come on,
Yeah, but I
Viper,
think
you,
Sheikh is
you
gonna-
can fire your
Shot down.
second missile right now. There it is.
ooh, that's a close missile. That is a
I
close
think that's
missile.
a
Ghost,
dead
that is
F14. That's a dead Tomcat. Yep, the Tomcat will go down there.
it's good.
we
That's
go.
gone. Now I think it's guns. That's excellent match right now.
Viper
Ghost.
1 has
Excellent.
played very well. What's the distance between Ghori and Viper 1?
I think it's less than 2 miles. Ghori
I
has the
think
advantage.
one of them is going to run out of fuel quickly and it's going to be an issue. Because Ghori right now is running under mill power. So I kind of assume he's out of fuel.
He might see a very quick eject right now.
I think one of them is going to just run out of fuel and they will eject.
So Ghost, Viper got both of the kills this round.
Viper got one right now. He's just shot down Sheikh.
Good copy. And I think he got a kill in the last round as well.
Okay, I don't see where Viper is.
Viper and they are both of them.
Oh,
they're
yep,
in
I
a
see them.
head-to-head. Full afterburner from Viper 1.
Yep, oh, maneuver kill, Ghori is down!
Oh, that's
Ghori
good.
is
That's
down,
excellent. That's
guys.
skill flying
Ghori is down.
That's excellent. That's just beautiful.
Wow, that was completely unexpected, I would say. Right, okay. If you ask me if Ali is playing good from Knightriders, I would say PTF Sherdil is in a serious trouble.
Yep, right now they are in a serious trouble. I think he got 2 kills this round and 1 kill in the last round.
Yep, that's correct.
So Khurram Shahzad Abbasi, aka Viper 1, getting 3 kills at the end of the round. Seeing some maneuvers from Viper 1 now. Celebrate.
Right, guys, so that was an unexpected win. I would say PTF Sherdils will be rethinking a lot now. And they'll be wondering what just happened with us. I think Sheikh was completely out of position. If he was towards the enemy bandit, they would have a good chance. And I think Ghori ran out of fuel. There was no chance for him, so he crashed. But will this be an upset coming up? Let's see how this goes. PTF Sherdils will be thinking to change up their strategy. Maybe not fire at 50 nautical miles or 55 nautical miles, Sheikh. Maybe let the other team come much closer. Fire at like 40 nautical miles. Right, 13, you're here.
So, interesting development.
Yep, very interesting one. I think PTF will be rethinking a lot. It was a
Yeah,
2v1 situation for almost the whole match, and Viper 1 got them both.
yeah, I think that is how training pays off. It pays off dividends in the long run. And Viper One being the more experienced pilot, I would say, as compared to the other pilot from Knightriders.
I think if Ali, again and again I'm saying Ali Knight Rider is good and he is more challenging, PTF Sherdils are in big trouble.
Yeah.
You need to reconnect, my friend. You need to reconnect.
So, you can hear me?
Yep.
All right. So, I think Ali needs to, like up his game immediately. I'll just be back. I think I have a guest coming in. Just give me 2 minutes.
Sure. Right, so blue team is lining up. I think same for MRAMs. Okay, never mind. Knight Rider has gone with 2 and 2, 2 M120s and 2 9Xs. Red team is going with the same configuration, 4 M120 Charlies for Wari, and I assume, yep, we've got 4 Phoenixes from Sheikh. So this is going to be the final round, the decisive one, and let's see. So blue team is ready. Right, so both teams are ready and they are given a go ahead for takeoff. And we've got Sheikh taking off. Let's see if the other team is taking off as well or not. Yep, there goes the Viper. The Viper 1 piloted by Viper. Sorry, Viper piloted by Viper 1. Right, so looks like PTF is giving a bit of a gap in their takeoff. We can see at about 11 o'clock the F-14 turning towards the left while Worry is about to take.
Thank you, Ghost, for taking over.
That's completely fine. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, so you can continue with the your own analysis, and I'll switch to Sheikh's perspective because he fires early.
That's all right. Please do come back quickly. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing same strategy by Jake, 4 Phoenixes and 4 Amrams by Viper 1, 4 Amrams. No, so this time it's different again. Knightrider Ali carrying 2 Amrams and 2 Sidewinders. 9. I think they're going back with a trail. At 20,000, much more separation, linear separation. That's 10 miles. Corey, on the other hand, he's fast, but he has a much more deeper climb angle. He's far behind. I think that might be a trail strategy or the ACM from PTF at the moment. So Mr. Sheikh climbing through 30,000. He's losing a little bit of speed as he's climbing up there. And Hori's catching up. He's 670 knots ground speed. Climbing through 20,000. I think they've reduced their linear distance to around about 10 miles. Still a little while to go before we can see any textbook ACM coming into shape, because I'm not seeing this is somewhat of an entry to a pincer, but I think we still have about 30 or more seconds to go before we could see a proper ACM mission. On the other hand, Vipers 1 and Ali, they are close formation, less than 2 miles separation. Good climb of about 8 degrees switch up, flying 400 knots ground speed, 30,000, climbing to 30,000. Well, a little aggressive climb angle from the Knightriders. They are not gaining speed while climbing. I think that is something that they should be doing, even if it is minor gain in speed, or at least maintaining their speed while climbing. I think that is what they should be looking at, because when fire off that first missile, your aircraft should be at about Mach 1.2, Mach 1.3 plus, because the initial velocity of the missile of the AMRAM is going to be the exact same as that of your aircraft, so that is called V0. And I think if you can give that edge to your AMRAM, it can fly a little faster, have a little bit more energy. I think it's all the small bits of energy that counts at the end in these long range.
Right, I'm back as well. Thank you. And you need to reconnect. So Viper 1 is going high, 36,000.
It's interesting again strategy by Knightriders now they're carrying two sidebinders with them, Ghost.
And Ali is carrying in Knightriders, not Viper 1. And another interesting thing going on is Gori is diving.
That's interesting.
I think he's going to use the mountains, sneak up on the other team.
Interesting, given that they both have data link and AVAX.
But if you stay within the mountains, there's a good chance they lose you for some time. Expecting an early launch again from Sheikh.
Distance between Sheikh and closest Ali is 50 miles.
There's
Yep,
the first
there's-
Phoenix. There's the second Phoenix.
It's almost like clockwork. Sheikh firing at exactly 50 nautical miles.
Yep. And we've got a response from Viper 1. And Gori is going low. He is in the mountains, I think. Yep, he is low, but he's not using the mountains. He's just above them.
Alright, the missiles are crossing each other.
Yep,
think
Knightrider is dead again.
and-
He's gone.
Yeah, I think both aircraft.
Yep.
Yeah, Ali not being any help to Viper 1 in this match.
Nope, and I think Viper 1 just defeated the Phoenix. So if we are back into 2v1 situation. Gori has fired, but
I think he's fired at a dead aircraft.
yep. Right, so Viper 1 is pushing in.
I think a Viper should be given match performance reward because he's fighting solo, keeping two of the top PTF pilots on the defensive, and I think that's more than one could want it.
Okay, so Sheikh is recommitting.
Yeah, Gori on the other hand is heading towards the mountains again. Well within the diameter of the engagement bubble.
Right, so I think Sheikh is going to be able to fire again unless Viper 1 gets him first. I think Viper 1 should have a shot on him.
I think he should be able to launch missile very good. Oh, okay, I think Sheikh is painted because he's not. He does not. I think he does not have eyes on.
And what is Gori doing?
Gori has lost situation awareness.
And they're merging. Just look at it. Viper needs to use his situational awareness and his AVAX much better. He's going after Gori instead.
Oh my god! I think this is a big lose. Big lose. He could have gotten Sheikh
He
immediately.
almost hit the mountain. Directly front on his 12.
Gori is still carrying his fuel.
I think Gori is flaring to give an idea to his buddy. Yep, I think
Yeah.
Gori is down.
Big
Gori is
mistake.
gone, man.
Big
Yep,
mistake.
Gori is
Big
done.
mistake. Oh, and a very close 8-mile shot Phoenix on Viper 1. If he can go into the mountains quickly and defeat that.
Yep, I think
he's
he'll
done
defeat it.
exactly
He's
that.
going to defeat it.
I think Viper's training and practice is paying dividends. And I think he will be able to give Sheikh a very close-up AMRAM shot.
This is going to be a
6 miles, I think they will merge very soon.
yeah. Come
Second,
on, let's see who fires
Phoenix.
first. Who fires
And
first?
I hope Viper can defeat that.
Incoming
uh,
Phoenix is.
Oh yeah, he has defeated that missile as well. Sheikh does not have any more phoenixes, and I think
But the problem is that Viper One does not know where Sheikh is, and he's
I
still
think,
got, I think, 2 missiles. Yep, 2 AM rams with Viper One.
he just needs to get his situational awareness game going on, and I think this is a big win. This might be a big win for Knightriders. This is excellent. Taking out one of the big ticket.
Come on, this is going to be a kill shot. He's turning into him. Directly front, and there it goes. There it goes. And it's an upset, guys. It's an upset. PTF Sherdils have lost. Ah,
That is an excellent matchup today between PTF
you need to reconnect. And guys, we've got a major upset going on over here.
Viper won an outstanding performance. I think he should be given a match performance award or a mention, because this is something that you have learned from watching these matches. Viper One flying solo, Ali not being of any help to his teammate, but Viper One, disregarding that he is at a severe handicap and still shooting down a F14 and an F16, one of the top teams from PTF, one of the top contenders. And Ghost, this is one of the first upsets in Thundering Vipers ATX.
Yep, this is the first upset, and unbelievable. Really great flying by Viper One. Congratulations, Viper One. Well played. Right, so the match has ended. We're going to come back with the next match stream in about 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. This is 13 signing off as well.